Yesterday I posted my first video comparing F1 24 to F1 23. Today we're doing my first race on this game ever. All I've done is time trial and we're going to jump straight into a race around Spa. I think for this one I'm going to try the Sauber. I'm going to see if I can try and hopefully be competitive Valtteri Bottas. Now before we get into the action, I want to quickly point out we're running no assists as always. I also have the AI set to 100 because they're pretty tough to beat apparently in this game. There's a patch on the way to tweak them, but right now apparently they're pretty overpowered. Also we're driving a Sauber, strict corner cutting limits and safety car red flag on, and then also we have fuel mode on hard and simulation damage. So by default we have the preset for increased top speed on the car. Because we have some rain, I'm going to take a chance here and go balanced. Funny enough, this car with the hard tyres and a default setup actually feels a bit like how an F1 car would normally feel. It's when you drive the best cars on soft tyres in time trial mode where they feel really sharp on the nose. This actually feels quite nice to drive, to be fair. Okay, good start. We'll go a bit quicker. That will do for practice though. Decent baseline. Let's get into qualifying. I might go to 102 for the race, but then again, the wet could be a different story.
Welcome to the behemoth that they value so highly. This is Spa. It's high speed. It is really challenging. We have elevation, we have dramatic corners, and we have one driver in a few moments' time who will take pole position.
Apparently, the intermediate is faster, even in extreme rain conditions. But for the sake of the video, to see what the AI level looks like and how it's going to be for the race, we're going to stick to the wet and kind of compare one-to-one with the AI. I'm going to try and take a rouge flat. Damn, what a shame. Well, I guess we'll start from the back. In the race, you can go offline to cool your tyres, which is a thing in this game, which is one of the good things, about this game they've put in, which is quite realistic. And then on the exit, it's going to be close with Verstappen, or Hamilton now, a 2-minute 0.2. So overall, if we stack that up, we would have been P4. So not bad. We'll take that. For a race starting from the back, so it's a bit fun, we'll leave it at 100.
Well, the tension is building here at the circuit as the start of today's Formula One Grand Prix draws ever nearer. What drama awaits us between now and the checkered flag? Well, we'll be finding out in just a few moments' time.
We are about to go racing through the Ardennes Forest, 4.3 miles of long straights, fast corners and huge elevation changes. Turn 1 at La Source moves straight into Eau Rouge, eventually climbing into Radion. They are corner names to get the heart pumping. It's old school, and we adore it. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Stroll, Albon, Joe, Gasly, Sargent, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Here we go, time for the race. Last place, nothing to lose. In the kick Sauber, we've got decent pace. Now, strategy, as you can see, we have the new tyre wear curve, which is different to past games. The rain we've been given is at the end. We have 2 icons, so we will have a late splash, but the majority of the race will be contested in dry conditions. So I think for this one, considering the conditions, I'm going to try and start on the hard tyre and see. Actually, we could go medium. The medium could run far enough. I'll try medium. We'll give it a shot and see if we can run that tyre into the rain straight away. I have no idea on fuel, to be fair. I'll take a lap extra and hope that if we run under, the rain will bail me out and we can save. And then as for setup, I'm running balanced, so I don't really know what to change at this stage. I mean, we are in Parc Ferme anyway, we're kind of locked in, but I'm going to keep everything default and kind of see how things work and kind of judge the tyre pressures. Anyway, with that done, let's get into the race. This year, brake dragging is no longer a thing, so everyone has to figure out what the new meta is regarding tyre warm-up. I'm going to go for the old-fashioned, bit of weaving and just see how tyre temps evolve throughout the lap. First race start on this game. We're going to find out what they're like. Line her up. Beautiful. Here we go. Away we go. Oh, that's a big bog down there. So we'll have to look into that. Either way. Underway, you're going to get a couple into turn 1. Out of turn 1. Using the overtake here. That Cash App logo is bugging out on the V-carb as we head into Eau Rouge side by side with Ricciardo. I'm leaving room. Still side by side. We're going to get our overtake on now to try and get in front. Ricciardo now using it again to fight back. We're going to use it yet again. Into Les Combes. Still side by side with Danny Rick. Going to try and get the inside here though. There we go. Just run him off the road. On the outside of turn 8. No, not quite. Tried to get Sonoda there. Into Jackie X. Just got to try and make this medium work. Ocon also on mediums, so he'll be struggling as well. We're going to get some overtake on here to try and sneak on Sonoda. Almost took out Ocon there. On the outside. Yes. Lovely, lovely move. Right then, onto the back straight. Let's see how everyone manages and uses their overtake. We'll run hot lap and see how that affects the battery. We might get a run on Ocon here into the bus stop. The new bus stop chicane, here we go. Easy. Ocon trying to put a move on Hulkenberg instead. So no way through. I forgot about that. The new DRS system, of course, which you can now get from the second lap. We clear Ocon though, and we're now P16. Making really good progress here. What temperatures looking like? Good, healthy temperatures. Good run on Hulkenberg, up through Radion. And now we're going to try and see if we can get past here without using overtake. Going to knock it down to none through this bit and try and recharge a little bit. I will admit I'm enjoying this much more than hot lapping or running qualifying, soft tyres on a really fast car. Driving a bad car on slower tyres and a bit of fuel on board actually feels a bit more natural, how you would expect a car to feel. So I don't hate it as much so far. This is more manageable. We're also at risk of losing DRS on Sargent, so we kind of have to look to get this move. Slipstream, very powerful in this new game. You can see we're just eating him up on the straight. Pierre defends the inside quite early and quite aggressively. We go on the inside, but that curb isn't very nice, but we're going to get the outside and the better line. We'll get the overtake on to just close it on Sargent and make sure we get DRS for the Kemmel straight. Going to try and close in. Taking a big chunk of inside curb there. Let's get the overtake on and see if we can challenge into one. Hey, I brake very early into there, at least on 100, so it's easy to make a move. P13. We might even have a chance to get Zhou here. Let's stay in the slipstream through a Rouge. Zhou bottoming out, which is going to get us closer and give us the run on our teammate. Do we have enough? He's clipping, derating a little bit. Now he's trying to use some battery. Right on the outside we go. And we clear Zhou beautifully there at Les Combes. So P12 and slowly but surely climbing the order. I think we've got difficulty right on the money here. We're going to have a fun race. Not realistic. A Sauber shouldn't be fighting for podiums, but that's where I want to, this video to kind of end up. At the minute, tyre temperatures look very healthy. The rears are hotter than the fronts. However, in terms of wear, the fronts are more worn than the rears, so...
We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes.
Interesting. So that gives you something to look into and read into in terms of how the tyres perform. Let's try and get Albon. We've had a good run through Eau Rouge and Raidillon. Here we go. Using the overtake entirely. Around the outside. Same move as on our teammate. And that is now P11. Track limit. First one of the race. Oh, good exit. We're going to be close to Stroll. Here we go. Going high. Around the outside of Lance. That's a lovely move. P10. Into the points now. Tyres making a difference, I feel like. The medium definitely working well. Alonso actually a bit slow, so we might be able to go for a pair of Aston Martins. Using all the overtake. Alonso completely shuts off the inside. Around the outside again, going very deep. Alonso's still there. But again, we make the move, and that is now P9. Or not. Alonso at the inside. I was in none, to be fair. I was trying to recharge. But Alonso goes straight back through and punishes me for going into non-ERS, which is clearly very slow. No need to even go for it. We're going to run a bit of none, just to kind of build the momentum up the hill. Just like that. Let's see if we can try and use a hot lap and not use overtake to go through. Going to feint left and right so that he doesn't cover off the inside. And we'll just take the inside line. Much better. So Zhou in the pits, starting off the pit phase. I was wondering when they're going to start pitting. Good exit. Out of turn 1 here, we're going to be right on Checo. Good run. Into hot lap. Checo leaves the inside open. We're going to just clear the yellow flag in time and get ahead of Checo. We'll just take the inside.
Information on Albon for you. Okay, they're out of this race.
So Albon out in the Williams. Meanwhile, the Ferrari is going at it. But we clear Checo for P8. Everyone here should be pitting. I'll say that. Lando, to be first ahead. But no, Piastri pits first, so Leclerc stays out. Right, into hot lap. Let's push a little bit. Crucial phase of the race to try and make some progress here. Let's make sure we get DRS on Leclerc if possible.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Okay, there it is. I'm going to run the overtake a little bit early here. I want to see if I can try and get Leclerc on the straight. DRS slipstream very powerful, combined with overtake. And look at that. Look at the difference. Straight through. Easy work. I think we've got this strategy bang on, Everyone on softs is going to pit now and bail out. We are going to go long, and I think I should be able to manage and get these tyres to the rain. We're going to match our personal best pretty much, so still decent pace. I'm going to pit. I am just not sure if it's going to rain enough in time, so we're going to push on this lap.
We're expecting some rain soon. Expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
Okay, maybe we stay out. I'm going to stay out. Pace is decent enough that I can manage until we get to the Inter. I mean, look at that, 47.7, running hot lap on that one. Also, we was actually pulling away from Max and Lewis who were battling, so we would have actually been fine. I mean, look at the pace, another 47.7. I could have actually done the whole race on these tyres, and I could still do the race on these tyres the whole way. Obviously, it's not allowed, you have to pit, but
Grip is probably dropping due to wear, so don't be too aggressive.
tyre wear is just very, very low. But now we're going to see what the rain is like in this game and how the crossover feels. Ooh, okay, now the grip's getting thin all of a sudden. Yeah, it's getting delicate now. And here's a spray kicking up already. I've already selected to box this lap and we've got Inters ready to go. Knock it into none on the ERS. And we go into the pits. Right, first pit stop on this game. I've not done a single one. There's DRS disabled. On your marks. AI staying out. Oh, missed my pull away there. Not ideal, not the best first stop on the game. AI staying out.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So in the very first race I've done in this game, we're going to showcase the AI's dumb strategy decision. It makes no sense why these guys stayed out. We're just going to go straight through on all of them in this middle sector with ease. I don't know why they didn't pit. There's plenty of laps left in this race, plenty of time, you know, to pit and benefit from intermediates. Either way, easy work. We'll clear all of these one by one, and we're going to win this race, barring any last-minute disasters. Just trying to avoid there, having contact with Norris. I mean, the fact it gave us the option to switch to full wets, you know, and AI braving out and dries is interesting. You can see them all struggling and just sliding everywhere. Leclerc there, nowhere near the apex. So there we go. Back to P4. Okay, now they're pitting. You know what? I'm going to go again. For the sake of the video, I'm going to pit again. I want to basically race these guys, you know, in these conditions and see exactly what it's like for the video. Some cars staying out, of course. But we'll make it worthwhile for the video. They're going full wets, so again, a bit of an interesting choice on strategy. We'll go inters and keep it simple. And we'll see who makes the right call. Alright, back underway. We're going to have a nice little battle here with Verstappen, hopefully. Ooh, whew. That was close. Second warning for track limits there. Partly in avoidance, so not run into the back of Verstappen. Look at the way they're drifting through every corner. I mean, some of it could be down to AI difficulty, of course. We are in a Sauber, of course, but I don't see why they've gone for the wets. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's not really that heavy, the rain, yet. Here we go then. Stroll, still struggling on those dries. And we're going to get a chance to pass Max here for the race lead. Just going to open up the line. Low lift just to be sure through Blanchimont. Tried on the brakes, but no way through. We'll get on that curb, which seems to help stop the snappy rotation in low speed. Here we go. Verstappen can smell it. He knows we're going to go to the outside at La Source. Get the drive, and we're straight through. Yeah, we're completely gone. The intermediate is way quicker. Again, I'm not going to be too harsh. It's hard to judge and hard to scale it based off AI difficulty.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
Interestingly, we are now rear limited, so it goes to show, regarding your setup, if you have a mixed conditions race, you could have two very different stories in terms of tyres. So something to look out for in terms of strategy and overall racecraft. Tyre temps seem the same as the first stint, so my rears are warmer than my front, so same story, but we've got opposite tyre wear in this one on the intermediates. Either way, job done. Look at the gap to Verstappen. We've run hot lap on this one just to see what the pace was, and the car has been lightning quick. I enjoyed this a lot more than I expected. Suddenly I don't feel so pessimistic. Checkered flag.
Yes! Ooh, thank you. It's fun.
It's victory for Valtteri! Valtteri Bottas takes the checkered flag.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. It's thrilling to see this team go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the sport and come out on top. What a superb victory for the Sauber team.
I really enjoyed that. I can't hate too much, I'll be real, you know, when it's worth hating on, and I still need to do more laps and kind of understand how the game works. It seems like, again, in a time trial, single lap, you know, flat out setting, the game just feels crap. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, give me your thoughts down below in the comments, and yeah, we'll see what happens on full release. Cheers for watching. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting all the content and the channel and the videos. Check out the links down below, guys, and also check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. And yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care, and it's goodbye from me.